When a national audience watches the Hardy Cup Championship on global TV, there's a good chance the Calgary Dinos will be playing in the big game, seeing as how they've won 6 of the past 7 championships. But you'd have to go east, one province over, to right here at the University of Saskatchewan to see how this historical trophy came to be.
Well, it was. I mean, it was a beauty. It was, you know, probably a solid silver cup, and I'm sure it had lots of stories to go along with it because it was beaten up and had been around for a long time.
The original Hardy Trophy was donated by Evan Hardy here at the University of Saskatchewan back in 1927. He was a faculty member and he also played for the U of S Huskies.
It's a long time that the Hardy Cup has been emblematic of Canada West football, and before that, whatever Canada West football was known as.
This trophy, the original, was awarded right up until 1996. The last winners to take home the original, the University of Saskatchewan Huskies.
The demise of the Hardy Cup as we know it, and a new Hardy Cup took its place.
I do remember a couple times with the trophy being held up and just shaking in the presentation, and then the cup breaking. I believe that was in '96 that happened. Steve Cornish had the trophy in his hand and just held it up and shook it, and it fell in half. And yeah, they've replaced it with a new one now.
And what happened to the original? Nobody really knew.
Well, eventually in '08 when it was found, it was in storage. Mark Tennant, actually one of our retired faculty and longtime women's volleyball coach here, and a real historian of sports, found the original trophy, I believe here in the pack in storage, and brought it to my attention.
When you look at the universities across Western Canada who have taken home the Hardy Trophy, the University of Saskatchewan Huskies are at the top of the list. But after winning 6 of the past 7 Hardy Cup championships, the Calgary Dinos are close on their heels.
Well, certainly the first time we beat Calgary in a Hardy Cup in there, and you know, for the first 10, 12 years of our career, it was only the top 2 teams that made it. So if you got to the playoffs in Canada West, you were pretty hard. You were a hardened football team. And those first 10 or 12 years with 2-team playoffs, those games were real memorable and real battles.
It certainly means a lot to keep history alive, to be able to have things like the original Hardy Cup available for people to see and to look at, and that's why I'd like to see us find a way to have it restored.
You have to be a good football team in Canada West to win that now, but I do believe Canada West is getting back where there's 4 or 5 great teams every year, and that's going to make for great football and a good champion.
Well, another name will be added to the history of the Hardy Trophy and Hardy Cup Championship game this November. It'll be seen by a national TV audience. Hanging out with the original Hardy Trophy here at the University of Saskatchewan, I'm Darren Dupont.